All right, guys, in this video, we're gonna be finishing this deer blind. I have a couple things left to do on it. I've got to put up the boards to run the tin. I've got to put the tin on, and I got to put the walls on. And then I also think I'm gonna paint it. So I'm probably gonna try and put all of that in this video, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. So I'm gonna do the those beams up there the same way I did the bottom pieces of the like on the plywood that I'm putting everything to. These right here. I'm gonna measure how far I want the board to run, and then I'm gonna cut this. So all my wood that I'm using, I'm not buying any wood. I'm reusing like these old rafters, and they're in 90-degree boards. So I'm having to break them apart, but they had 4-inch nails in them, and they've been in there for like 70 years. So I'm having to cut them and then try and beat them apart enough so that I can get a hammer underneath the head of the nail. But the boards are so old, and the nails are so big. It's really tough to get them out. So I'm gonna try and get these out. If not, I'll go try and find some more 2x4s that I could use, and I'll pick you guys up when I go to tack those up there. Now I gotta measure some plywood on all these sides. All right, so I got the first two sides up. They're going up all right. I'm fixing a lot of my problems. I'm not fixing them, I'm just covering them up with the plywood. The plywood's not, I mean, it ain't perfect. It's not quite centered, but as long as it covers up, it really doesn't matter. But now I'm gonna work on, I gotta put this side up and then go around there and put the back side on. I'm gonna have enough plywood to box the whole thing in, which is really good. So I'm gonna box it in, and then I've actually got to pull apart. This is my last piece of that that framing, that old what's it called? The old framing that I'm gonna have to bust apart. I thought about running lads across there, but I really think that's gonna be overkill. So I'm gonna put two 2x4s to brace the middle, and then I'm gonna put 10 on top. The 10, I'm gonna have to cut it. The easiest way to do it for me is gonna be take a grinder with a cutting head and just go down and grind the whole thing off. So I'll show you guys that process in a little bit, but I'm gonna get this other sheet of plywood measured up and cut it up. Alright guys, so it is 12 o'clock now, and me and Nelly are going on our lunch break. Young Mama went and picked us up something to eat, so we're gonna go grab something to eat, and then I'll pick you guys up after lunch. Alright, so me and Nelly just got back from lunch. I just went around and took off a little bit. I cut off a little piece that was stuck on that end, and then on this side right here, I guess I thought I measured it right. So on this right here, you can see this board right here is so warped that it goes in a whole 2 inches, or actually it pulls the board, that piece of plywood, an inch. So the top of that was 47 inches and the bottom was 48. So I marked it at 48 and 47, ran the line, and I thought it would be just about perfect, but it was actually an inch off. So I don't know, I may have done the math wrong. It's fine. I just trimmed that edge and it was perfectly fine. So now I'm about to cut these two 2x4s to length. So I'm gonna run these down the middle, up top, right up there, so that my tin has something a little bit stronger to stick to. So I'm gonna run both of these. I apologize for the way I sound. I've been trying to get over a cold the past couple of days. So anyways, I'm gonna get these boards up, and then I'll pick you guys up when I go cut the tin. So I've got these braces up, so my tin will run on top of these. Everything in here, I've got all these. There's a couple of these where I missed a board, like I need to take that one out. I think there's only 2 of them. There's that one, and then that one right there just wouldn't come out, and that one right there is coming in from the outside in. But those aren't no big deal. So now I'm gonna spray paint this entire thing black. I'm gonna time lapse all of that, but I'm not gonna paint the inside because there's no point. But I'm probably gonna paint most of these. Probably gonna paint everything up here. I'm gonna paint all the outside and probably the metal framing down below. But I'll time lapse all that, and I'll catch you guys when I go to cut the tin. All right, so I had to run back up to town and grab a couple more bottles of spray paint. I thought I had enough, but we ran out. So I went through 5 bottles of spray paint on this thing. It looks really good. I ended up putting all my scrap wood on the bottom of this thing. What I'm gonna end up doing is putting another sheet of plywood down and burlapping this entire thing so I can turkey hunt out of it. So what I'm gonna end up with is a double-decker blind, which is what I had planned to begin with. But I'm gonna do that closer to turkey season. It's getting towards the end of deer season, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill a deer out of this blind this year, but that's gonna be my part 3, hopefully. In part 3, I'm definitely gonna go put it out and hunt, but I don't know if I'm gonna kill a deer. Hopefully I can kill a deer out of it. But now I still gotta put the tin on, so I'm about to go cut this tin up, and I'll catch you guys over there at the barn. Now I'm about to cut up. I got my tin right here. I gotta cut it to 78 inches. That's the length of them boards. So all I'm about to do is measure it out, figure out where I have to cut along. Both of these sheets of tin were blown off of an old barn, and I just went and got them after the last hurricane sometime last year. We piled them up. So they're just scrap tin, so I'm not paying money for that. The only thing that I spent money on for this entire project was spray paint. Now I've used a bunch of screws that we've had, drill, saw. So there's no telling how much it actually would cost if you build it from nothing. But for me, it's cost me, I think, $30 in spray paint is all it's gonna cost me. So I'm gonna get these sheets of tin cut up, and I'll catch you guys over there at the trailer. I forgot my chalk over there, so I'm gonna run over there and grab it, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm pretty tired. That took probably, I don't know what time it is, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. But we got the blind done. Thank you to Banner for helping me out, getting that done. So I'm gonna go home and take a shower. All right, guys, it's a couple days later. So you guys watch me build this blind. It took me like 2 days to build to finish it. I'm still not quite done. Got to put new tires on it. Got to burlap it, and then set it up. So I got a couple more things to do. But after the last clip you saw, I went home, took a shower, went out to eat with Kelsey, and hung out for the rest of the night. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.